Alright, so only a few minutes away from starting my drawing. I'm going to be doing something similar to this drawing. That took 8 hours, 50 minutes. This one's going to take a bit longer. So I started off with some thumbnailing. And I was initially going for some sort of building with like kind of a sense of verticalness, like eagle's eye view, and then I kind of did some more thumbnails. And then sort of it's like, okay, well, this is sort of flat. Let's kind of rotate it, skew it. And then I skewed it more, and then I was like, well, what if it's just instead of a building from high up, like a spaceship that's on the ground? So I pretty much went with that. So I was like, okay, let's do some space stuff. You know, rocket engine. So I had one on the ground in the thumbnail. I don't think I'm actually gonna have astronauts. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a quick two-page spread, just two-page kind of miniature. And I really didn't like how it was going because it was too square. I'm like, this, I think it's called like shape language or something, where like this is not good shape language because spaceships aren't generally really boxy, they're generally kind of roundy. So I was like, okay, this is kind of a problem because I really don't like this, how this is going. So I was like, okay, what if I just go with like round as the 1, 2, 3 at different angles, which was really what I was wanting. So I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3 from different angles, that'll do. So this is essentially the thumbnail that I'm going to be going off of. I'm just going to be using pretty much the same pen as I used here, and then I think I'm going to use pencil to shade in stuff. So yeah. Alright, so I'm obviously doing this voiceover at the end of the project. It was pretty crazy. It was a really good experience. So starting off here, we did the basic sketch, starting off with really simple forms, just like 3 tubes, and then the rocket engine, which I guess is a little more detailed. And I just started like building up and cutting away at the end of that first tube, just trying to create some detail. And then the second one, I kind of tapered it a little bit just to add a little bit of variety. And then I ended up making pretty much the left half of this entire sketch just be a complete ruin. So the sketch itself took 8 hours, which it meant that like with all this detail, I was really taking my time pretty much as much as I possibly could because I knew I had a long time. So I think that in this sketch there was everything was like a fair bit more straight and just like polished than I think I would normally do it. And unfortunately, with the sketch, I started off with an H3 pencil, which is generally what I use to start off a sketch. It's really nice because it makes a super light line, and I already have quite a light touch, so uh, it's good for sketching. Anyway, I unfortunately started darkening up the sketch still using the H3 pencil, and that meant I had to push down a little harder. And when you're doing a drawing, which, I mean, this was 24 hours, I took about 4 hours worth of breaks. This was 20 hours out of 24. If you're going to be drawing 20 hours in a day, like pretty much anything but the lightest touch is not going to cut it. You're going to destroy your hand. So I almost jeopardized this drawing by using the H3 pencil in the beginning. Luckily, I didn't do it for too long, and I actually just ended up switching hands for a little while to give my left a break, and that was pretty much enough. And as for the line work was really chill, so I didn't have to worry about my hand getting to be too much of a problem. The line work was actually really enjoyable. I'm not a super big fan of this like initial sketch phase, except for the very beginning, and I absolutely love doing the line work. So that was really nice. I again like took my time. Obviously in time lapse you're not going to be able to see it, but I like really went slow on those lines. I was really not trying to rush things at all. I ended up only doing the spaceship in line work. All of the mountains were just like left in pencil and rendered out in pencil. And I opted not to do any cross hatching with the line work. I decided all of the shading is going to be done in pencil later, and I'm not 100% sure
if that was the right call. I mean, the pencil shading looks okay, but I don't know. It's a little less contrasty, and I think it's just I haven't done a whole lot of cross hatching, and I wasn't really like the method that I used here is something that I've done a few other times before, so it was not like too experimental. And with something like this, I didn't really want to jeopardize it by kind of screwing up. The last time I did something like this, I screwed up by changing the pens. Anyways, I did not do any filming for the actual shading with pencil. I think that was mainly because it was crazy because it was like late. I think I started shading with pencil at midnight, and like I was just hallucinating badly from staring at a piece of paper this intensely for so long, and it was just insane. It was a crazy night. I don't remember too much of it, but in the end, I had it all shaded, and I totally forgot that I was even making this video. I was just like super into it. Like I listened to 1984 on audiobook. I listened to the entire thing all the way to the end in one go, and it was just crazy. I guess that's like actually one of my favorite books, but I don't think I want to listen to it for a long time. So this coming up here, we got a picture of what the line work looked like once it was all done, and this is what it looked like shaded. So anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching.